just finished sending out my last. Oh, I'm going to bed now. 4:30. Gotta pick up Pablo at 4:30. Man, time now is 4:30. So it's gonna be a 6.5. I think it's for every 2 hours. I think there is a half an hour difference. So this is gonna be 6 or 7 hours, 7 or 8 hour drive. 500 kilometers. 479, almost 500. Hopefully the roads are not closed or on strike. Oof, yeah, so sleepy. Thanks. 4:27. Got a 1 shirt, 1 pants, 1 jacket, 1 shoes, 1 pair of socks. That's about it. Ready. Three hours more. Stopped at a McDonald's for some breakfast. We've driven since 5 a.m. It's like a 3 hours drive, 3 hours more, 6 hours. And McDonald's looks exactly like McDonald's here. Look at that. Chopper! Little pit stop at Honda. This one's a little larger, it's a 3 side by side. Damn. 250 RX. Nice, we've arrived. And now, lunch in this nice place. Alright, next stop we're gonna go look around the mountains and the houses here. It's Pablo's friend's car, Honda. We're at a coffee farm. Not for tasting. No, sorry. Only for sampling. But these are the trees.
It's ready to process.
Ah, in the red color or the green?
The red one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's here now. It's not ready. And here is.
Nice.
Están tomando el pelo y solo dejan al centro y lo procesan. El cómic pequeño.
¡Dale!
¡Salud! ¡Salud! ¡Dale, guacho! ¡Dale, guacho! ¡Dale, guacho!
Quiere que quede más a la par.
This is Perú.
Porque fue
Beer company. Time check 8:45. Going to the supermarket for get breakfast, lunch, and if I get stuck, then lunch, snack. Alright, a little last minute shopping for tomorrow. Breakfast, lunch, and snack. The road to the B&B, I don't see shit. Oh, what's going on? But I'm getting there. Oh shit, oncoming cars, fuck. Time check to sleep. Arrived at the B&B, the baños. Not too bad. It's mean though. We're living in the basement, 2 rooms. See you at 5 a.m. Time check, it's 5:30. I'm ready. I have almost not slept at all. Oh man, 20 minutes. I didn't know it's so far from my Airbnb. Oh shit. It's 6 a.m. It's about like 1,700 meters here. This shit I'm bringing with me, so determine whether I survive or not. 5 bars, 4 bars, a chocolate bar, money, passport, charger, and 2 1.5 liters or 3 liters of water should be enough. The sun is already rising, but I intend to do the hike with the sun also, not in the dark. Okay, I hope my car will be here when I'm back. Says no parking actually. Beginning my hike now. Temperature is about 16, not too cold. 1 kilometer update, 17 minutes. It was a steep climb, now it's a gradual climb. Time check, almost 2 kilometers, 1.8. It's a little pit stop here. And this is the trek back up the same jeep road. Fuck, 3 kilometers, 1 hour. Steep, and it's just a trail road. Oh, this zip line looks fun. Damn. Almost 5 kilometers. 1 hour 45 minutes. It's flattened out finally. Because it wasn't always this smooth. What the fuck, bro? Power line is down. So how is everybody getting their power if the lines are down? And this looks pretty much like the live wire to me, non-coated. Okay, I'm shacked as fuck. I've reached the 7k mark. Almost 3 hours with the rest. I can't see a gradient of this. It's just a fucking road. Walk all the way up, and I think it's gonna be raining soon. So I'm not gonna waste my climb tired for the rest of the day and only see one thing. So I'm gonna make the call to head back down kind of halfway, because I'm afraid there's no enough energy to get back down. So I'm gonna save my energy, head back down, and maybe see something else, other attractions. I'm so fucking sleepy, so tired. Yep, that's the one. That looks pretty fast. Holy shit, bro. Got a tunnel coming up. It's like a fucking school bus with like 40 people inside. Damn. That looks fun. Maybe next time I'll pay. Just pay the money. Oh, another fucking magic school bus going up the hill. So much for taking a short nap. So this is actually our B&B. Didn't know it has such a nice view until we came up here. Damn, that's nice. Wow, look at that. The porch is great. I think it's like a $3. So small. Nice, all packed up. 8 a.m. going for the coffee tour, but first the ATM machine. Okay, I don't think they're open yet, but this is really small path in. It's more like a farm, not a plantation. Okay, we are here.
But they're still green, they're still small, and they're still developing. Coffee only grows in countries where we have the for the flavor and the texture. Coffee cherries are super sweet, so the little bit of juice that comes out. Then there's a layer of parchment, like peanuts have a paper parchment encasing. There's a thin coffee to measure that, but it measures the seed moisture, not the fruit. So I'll typically use like this corn grinder that's on the sill to peel open the fruit, get some seeds, and test the moisture on them. These will break, but that gets sifted out as well. So this is the beans or the seeds that we're after. It's called green bean or green coffee. There's one layer left, the silver skin, you can still see it, and little thin skin on it. It burns when we roast the coffee. So I just gave you raw, unroasted coffee beans, which for most farmers, this is where the producing side of coffee finishes. The fruit for us, they're gonna give us back all the dry skins that were peeled off the fruit. And coffee cherry skins are very high in nutrients and minerals. For farmers, most of them will use this for their compost or fertilizer, which is a really smart thing. Tamarind fruit, very tamarind flavors to me. Yeah. Wow. This is just hot water with the skins. This was steeping maybe about an hour. Sometimes I let it steep all night. I like it to get really concentrated, have it as an iced tea. You can. All the trees are full of cherries, but everything you're gonna see is still green. Some of them are even still very small and still developing as well. You can get as close as you want. You can take as many pictures as you want to as well. So we're going to talk about these trees for a bit. So there isn't one at their production. If they get too sick from the fungus, they have to go. And then if they get too old and their production really comes down at least 2 years in a row, that's when it's done. Like a ward off insects. It doesn't mean we don't have an insect that affects our coffee. I mentioned earlier over there that there could be insects in the cherries that I gave you. There's
Oranges and avocado tree. Oranges.
They're not fully grown yet, so they're still in production.
Oh, that one, the biggest one. Where is it? Avocado.
Pointing upwards, especially the ones on top, almost directly pointing up, compared to these varieties where it's not as direct as the geishas. So that's one of the features. And not all of them are that dramatic. This set I've seen like really pointing up, some other parts of the farm too. The geishas are a little more oval shaped. If you look at the cherry size, you look at the space between the clusters is a little bigger than other varieties as well. Planted everything that we had over here. And some of the areas here are
How many people are on the farm?
because this one's Pacamara, but it's younger. It's just starting to droop on the bottom now. The cherries are almost double the size of the average coffee cherry. So these are one of the giants. There's another variety called Maragogype, bigger than this one. But Pacamara is actually a hybrid of Maragogype and another one that's called Pacas. So Pacamara. Yeah, I'm terrible at identifying them. I can tell the pacamaras, I can tell the yellow twice in the harvesting season, and some of the geishas. The típica constant battle. And plants like pacamara, like this one, and the geisha are both very sensitive to the fungus. So for us, we've been eliminating as many as we can. But they were the original species. Oh. Obviously, for commercial farmers, that's most of what they'll grow. You spend less money on the chemicals. Collects the eggs as well. If the mine are still babies, they're like a month old. That's one of the better ones. It's so not even ready. You can see how raw it is. He doesn't care. He'll eat them like way too raw, way too under. One of our dogs, Mancha, the white and black border collie looking one, she's the one who taught everybody.
He's like, I don't care.
He doesn't care at all. They normally don't eat the skin. That's why he spits off part of it, like if it has too much skin on it, because it's not that great for them. This is the pilon I mentioned earlier, where you put the dried cherries on here and you smash it to get the seed out.
Oh.
And I like to use the corn grinder for the moisture test, but Isaia, I did it with them, but I did it without obviously carrying the coffee. I took the German up there one year, and like the guys at the farm were here. Today's a holiday though, so I barely got someone to help me put those cups on there.
Oh, I heard that.
It's not really a holiday, it's just that the president takes, the new president takes up the position today. So it's like the handing over to the new president.
Oh, that's
cool.
Oh, the different tastes. White chocolate. There's like a white.
So that complex flavor wheel than the wine flavor wheel. There's way more potential flavors in wine than there are in coffee. And some flavor wheels are honestly more complex than this one. I just felt like visually this was the easiest one to interpret.
Yeah.
So basically you start drinking your coffee and you're looking in the center wheel and you're thinking, is it fruit, is it chocolate, is it grain, is it spicy? If you choose fruits, then you can keep going further. What type of fruit? Is it a citrus fruit flavor? Is it a berry fruit flavor? If it's berry, then we can go even further. Okay, is it like cranberry? Is it this? Color coded, because sometimes we taste colors. We're just like, I don't know what it is. It's something blue. And then you can like start looking at the blue colors and try to like write them off as your. It's like, it's not this. It's not. Oh, I think it could be this. That's why it's so interpretive. You know, it's not like this is what you're tasting necessarily. Also, I use the example of papayas because I'm a huge fan of papaya here. But when I was in Germany, my roommate was like, I've never tasted papayas. Good to know the altitude, because like I said, it impacts the complexity of flavors a lot too. Altitudes. So to me that is important information on the bed. And processing them. Very soon. This is our geisha light roast, house blend medium roast, and then the dark roast over here. They get obviously darker in color, bigger in size. Notice how they inflate while they're roasting. Carbon dioxide gas inside more than anything. And once we hit dark roast temperatures, the beans begin to release oil. So anytime you see visible people that have drank dark roast their entire lives, comment, oh, I didn't like it, it's too fruity. I like good coffee is a fruit. Like, even like. 2, how much money do you want to spend on brewing equipment, and how much time do you have in the morning to brew your cup of coffee? So there's a lot of things to think about when we're brewing. Let's do the medium here and the dark over here. I like a filter coffee. We have 2 different types, V60s and origami. Honestly, there's just slight differences between the 2 of them. Both of them are going to use paper filters, which could add some bitter flavors to the coffee. You don't actually want to drink a coffee that was roasted today. I like to wait at least a week or 2, but there's still CO2. If you stand up or if you want to see what's going on. The dark roast roasted longer than the other 2, which means it develops way more gas. You can see some bubbles here, almost no bubbles here, ton of bubbles here, rising like a cake in the oven too.
Oh.
This is called blooming the coffee. Anytime you add water to your coffee, you can choose to do this just to see how fresh of a roast it was too. Especially with a dark roast. If it doesn't move, it doesn't rise, then it was roasted a really long time ago. When you buy coffee in a supermarket, it tells you the date when the coffee expires. It doesn't tell you the date when it was roasted. And it can expire years from the date when it was roasted. But you want the date when roasted because it's 3 months from that date that coffee's at its best optimum flavor. And that's why it's better to buy at a local roastery or a specialty shop because they're always going to have the dates when the coffee was roasted. Like, the dark's nice, it's just too dark for me. And then you get someone from Italy and they're like, that's not dark enough. So, this one here is your medium roast. It'll look lighter than the light because it's going into a glass cup. So a little bit of light messing with us here. There you go. It's
The perfect time. That's
yeah, right. I'm getting a lot of like afternoon tours where people will drink like a sip maybe.
yeah. And this is strong, probably, right?